Okay, stop right there. Quick question. Which one is correct? I made this dinner to you, or I made this dinner for you. Do you actually know the answer, or are you just guessing? Because if you're guessing, you are not alone, and today, right now, that guessing stops forever. Stay with us. Hello, and welcome back to the Porch English, the podcast that takes the small, confusing corners of English and makes them simple, clear, and easy to remember. I'm Amanda.
And I'm Ryan. Great to be here. And today's topic, this one is so good. We're talking about two tiny words that cause enormous confusion for English learners everywhere.
The words to and for. They look harmless, they're short, but they trip people up every single day, in emails, in conversations, even in text messages.
Ryan, I have a confession. Before I really understood the difference, I used to just pick one and hope for the best.
And that is exactly how most people handle it. But after today, you won't need to hope. You will know. Before we jump in, if the Porchlight English is helping your English feel more natural, please follow or subscribe wherever you're listening. A new episode drops every single day. Okay, Ryan, let's get into it.
So Amanda, let me ask you something. Have you ever said a sentence in English and immediately thought, that didn't feel right?
All the time when I was learning. And to and for were two of my biggest problem words. I remember writing an email once and typing, I did this to you, and then staring at it for a full minute thinking, wait, is that right?
That hesitation, that pause in the middle of a sentence is something so many of our listeners experience. And the reason it happens is that nobody ever explains the logic behind these two words. They just say, memorize this list, use for here, use to there.
And lists don't stick. Logic sticks. So today we're giving you the logic. Two images that will stay in your brain forever and tell you exactly which word to use.
I love this approach. Let's do it.
All right, let's start with to. And here is the image I want you to hold in your mind. An arrow, a direction, something moving from one place to another, or from one person to another.
An arrow. I like that. So to is about movement.
Exactly. When you use to, something is traveling toward a destination, a person, a place, a target. Think about this sentence. I gave the book to Sarah. The book moved from my hands to Sarah's hands. There is a direction. There is a target. Sarah is the destination. So we use to.
That makes perfect sense. The book went somewhere. It went to Sarah.
Right. Now try this one. I sent the message to my manager. The message traveled from my phone to my manager's phone. Direction, target, movement, to.
Okay, let me try one. I passed the pen to Ryan.
Perfect. The pen moved from your hand to Ryan's hand. You saw the arrow, and you used to. Exactly right.
And Amanda, does this work in negative sentences too? Like if I did not give something to someone?
Great question. Yes, the arrow logic stays the same even when you negate the sentence. Listen, I did not send the report to the director. Even though I didn't send it, the direction is still there. The director is still the intended target, so we still say to.
Oh, that's interesting. The target doesn't disappear just because the action didn't happen.
Exactly. The destination is part of the meaning, not just the action. I did not give the keys to Marcus. Marcus is still the target of the keys, even if they never reached him.
I did not speak to my colleague this morning. My words never traveled to her, but she was the intended direction. So, to, right?
Spot on. You've got the arrow picture locked in.
Are there specific verbs that almost always go with to?
Yes, and they're all verbs where something moves or is directed toward a person. Give, send, write, talk, speak, show, pass, return. All of these involve directing something, an object, words, attention, toward someone.
Give. I give something to someone. The object moves to them.
Send. I send a parcel to a friend. The parcel travels to them.
Talk. I talked to my sister. My words went toward her.
Write. I wrote a letter to my grandmother. The letter traveled to her.
Show. I showed the photo to my colleague. My colleague received the information.
All arrows, all directions, All two. All right, now let's talk about for. And here is your second image, a heart. Not movement, purpose. Not direction, reason. Benefit.
A heart. So for is about doing something for someone's benefit?
Exactly. When you use for, you are answering the question, why? Why did you do this? Who benefits from this? For example, I baked these cookies for my neighbor. Did the cookies move to the neighbor? Maybe. But that's not the point. The point is why I baked them. My neighbor is the reason. My neighbor benefits.
So for is about the purpose behind the action.
Right. The heart. The intention. I held the lift for the woman with the pushchair. I did a kind thing. She benefited. She is the reason I held it. For.
Let me try. I made a playlist for my friend's birthday party.
Perfect. You made it. Why? For the party. For your friend. They are the reason. They benefit. For. You're thinking with the heart now.
I saved a seat for my colleague at the meeting.
Yes. You did something purposeful. For their benefit. That's exactly the heart picture.
And in negative sentences?
Same heart logic. I did not cook dinner for them tonight. They are not the reason I cooked. Maybe I cooked just for myself. But for stays because we're still talking about purpose and benefit.
I did not bring coffee for everyone. I only brought 1 cup for myself, right?
Exactly. The benefit is yours. The reason is you. For.
Okay, let's talk about the sentences that really trip people up. The ones where people almost always choose the wrong word.
Great. Let's start with one of the most common mistakes I hear. Someone says, I bought this gift to you. How does that sound?
Something feels off. Gift, buying, that's about reason, right? I bought it because of you. You're the purpose. So it should be, I bought this gift for you.
Exactly. Buying something is an act of intention. You are the reason I went to the shop. You benefit. Heart. For. Not to. The gift doesn't travel like an email or a letter. The act of buying was done for a reason.
What about, I made this for you? Is that right?
Yes, correct. Making something is a process of intention. You are the reason I made it. For. You cannot say, I made this to you. That has no logic. There is no direction in making. There is purpose.
And I gave this to you. Is that one right?
Yes, because giving is movement. The object physically transfers from hand to hand. Arrow. Direction. To.
So, gave equals arrow equals to. Made equals heart equals for. Got it.
Now here's where it gets really interesting. And honestly, this is the part most textbooks skip completely. Sometimes you can use both to and for with the same verb, but the meaning changes.
Oh, really? So the word choice changes what I'm saying?
Exactly. Listen carefully. Sentence 1. I wrote a note to you. What does that mean?
The note traveled to you. It was delivered. Arrow, direction.
Right. Now sentence 2. I wrote a note for you. Same verb, same object, different word. What changes?
Now the note was created because of you, for your benefit. Maybe you couldn't write it yourself. Maybe it was a kind gesture. It's the reason, not the delivery.
Exactly. One is about delivery. One is about intention. Same words, completely different feelings.
Let me try another one. I brought coffee to you means the coffee traveled from one place to you. I brought coffee for you means I did it as a kind gesture, thinking of you.
Perfect. You're choosing based on meaning now, not guessing. That is real English confidence.
All right, let's put all of this together in a real conversation. Imagine it's a Tuesday morning at the office. I'll start. Amanda, did you send the brief to the client?
Yes, I sent it to her first thing this morning.
Great. And did you prepare those speaking notes for the team meeting this afternoon?
I did. I wrote them for everyone on the team, so nobody has to take notes while we're talking.
That's really thoughtful. Oh, I meant to tell you. I picked up a coffee for you on my way in. It's on your desk.
Oh, that's so kind. Can you pass it to me? I haven't touched mine yet.
Of course. Here, I'm passing this coffee directly to you.
Perfect. And I actually have something for you too. I printed the new schedule for the whole department and left a copy for you on your chair.
You are amazing. Did you send it to the manager as well?
I emailed it to her last night, yes.
Brilliant. Okay, that whole conversation used to and for naturally, without stopping, without guessing.
And that's the goal. When you understand the logic, the words just come. You don't search for the rule, you feel the meaning. Okay, let's wrap up with a clear summary before your final challenge.
To is the arrow. It shows direction and movement. Something travels from one person or place to another. Give to, send to, write to, talk to, pass to.
For is the heart. It shows reason and benefit. You did something because of someone, for their sake, for their use, for their happiness. Make for, buy for, cook for, save for, do a favor for.
And when both are possible, like wrote a note to you versus wrote a note for you, you choose based on your meaning. Are you talking about delivery? Use to. About intention? Use for.
Exactly. Arrow or heart, direction or reason. That is your guide, always.
So here is your challenge for today. We want you to practice right now. Say these two sentences out loud or write them down. First, use to in a sentence from your own life, something you gave, sent, said, or showed to someone today.
Then, use for in a sentence. Something you did, made, or prepared for someone. Something you did because of them.
For example, I sent a voice note to my friend, or I made tea for my mom this morning.
Short, simple, from your real life. That's the best practice there is. And if you'd like to share your sentences, leave them in the comments. We read every single one.
Thank you so much for spending this time with us today. If this episode helped to and for finally click into place, we are genuinely thrilled.
Because that's exactly what the Porchlight English is here for. Not just grammar rules, but real understanding that stays with you, that gives you confidence when you speak.
If you enjoyed today's episode, please subscribe or follow, and share it with one friend who gets confused by these two words. You'll be doing them a real favor, with an O-U-R, British spelling.
From all of us at the Porchlight English, keep the light on. We'll see you in the next episode.
Bye for now.